that's a difference between an output and an outcome. So you can't just stick to an output. You need to make sure your output has an outcome. So it needs to lead somewhere.
Oh my God, these feelings just begun. I'm saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my God, when I see you, I should it right.
I was basically a medical aspirant. So I took up science in my 11th and 12th, and I wanted to become a doctor. But then things
Okay.
really didn't turn out my way. I fell quite ill during my birth. So you have a certain criteria in marks which you're supposed to get in order to be eligible for becoming a doctor. So I was
Right.
unable to fulfill that criteria. So that was the first challenge which I, as an individual, faced in my life. And I shifted my entire stream to commerce. So I took a BBA in Bangalore University, and then I thought that finance is a good upcoming field. So there's a lot of scope in finance. So I decided to take up finance. I studied really hard. I came in, my toppers list for my college, and then we
Wow.
had campus placement starting. So I got recruited by Deloitte, which was a big deal for me. It was a very big deal because
Company.
yeah, it was, I think, the best company out of all your big fours. So
Right.
uh, I was very happy. So I thought that okay, new career, new start, and then I got recruited for the role of an engagement financial analyst. When I shifted, I primarily had to work with a US counterpart because it was a USI function.
Okay.
So I had, I think, about 13 odd clients from Fortune 500, and they cater to different industries. So, from the hotel industry, from your steel industry, from your architecture industry, and the process mainly revolved around making sure that Deloitte as a company didn't really incur a lot of loss, or made good amount of profits in any
Mm-hmm.
contract which they signed with any other company in any other field, because it is into your consulting, risk and financial advisory, audit. So in any of those zones, you have contracts which the company signs. So in that particular contract, as a company, we should be in a profitable position, and the entire process should go very smoothly. So an
Mm-hmm.
end-to-end job. I think the only challenge was that I had to learn from the scratch. That training period, when you get accustomed to, switching from your books to a laptop all of a sudden, and
Right.
you're suddenly working on all the technicalities. Because when you're in college, you work on a paper, so
Right.
you do things very manually, and suddenly you're shifted to an entirely new technology, new software, different software for different companies. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a challenge. So it's not something which a college teaches you. At least in your
Right.
undergraduation, my college didn't teach me that
Mm.
there's going to be a very significant shift. You have to see things from an overall angle. You can't just see things from a company perspective or your perspective and go ahead and take a decision. So I
Right.
think that would help me in getting an overall learning and understanding, and I'll be able to add better value. I thought, maybe I'll keep on working, but I should obviously complete my education, because education is one thing which provides you a lot of stuff which a job can't. Because
Right.
in a job, you're always one focused. You work for one department, you mingle around with the same people, and there is a lot of area which is unexplored. So to explore that, I thought maybe, let's take into a college, because and then I shifted. I got selected in Nasimunji, and
Right.
I studied the pedagogy of the college. So they do a lot of case studies.
Right.
So that is another thing which attracted me to them. So ma'am, actually it depends from perspective to perspective. So I am a go-getter. If once I'm clear that okay, this is what I need to do in my life next, then it motivates me to, because it's a decision which I take. And I personally, as an individual, do not really believe in things called as right decisions and wrong decisions. I usually have always, been taking my own decisions and then proving them right. That okay, no, this was something right for me. This is something which will work out for me. So that is one thing which I've always been. So I genuinely thought that I needed a lot of exposure, because till that particular age, I think I was about 21, 22ish. So I had just seen one side of the world. So when I was in college and then I shifted to a job, I saw things from a very different perspective. And I thought, now if I maybe switch back to the same college environment, I might have a different, better perspective, because I had experienced the corporate world. So I would be able to understand and relate more to what is being taught. So
Right.
that is one thing. And that kept me motivated. So I was this one person who people knew because I had these leadership qualities. So I was, I think, the secretary of environment club in my school. I was a prefect, and then in my early college days, I was the director for internationals management for Rotary Club. So I was always this person who stood up and who people knew that okay, there's this one person who can, we can reach out to. In my opinion, I have taken up general management because I think as an individual, I can add value to a lot of departments. So there is no one department where an individual can add value, depending upon their levels of creativity and their areas of interest and their passion. There are a lot of areas where people can add value. So it's not something which is restricted to a particular field. So I wasn't ever able to, highlight that okay, this is one area and I will only contribute to this one area. Because as an individual, if I believe I can add value to a lot of areas, I will do that, because it's something which motivates me. I like contributing to things. So I think if I would have just taken up one area, I would have restricted myself from all the opportunities which I might have had in the future. So I have, gone for general management to understand and explore different aspects. So I have taken up stuff like data analytics tools and techniques. So that will take care of my analytics perspective. I have taken up management consulting, which will provide me a scope from how do you manage a team, how do you work in a consultancy firm, how do you understand what people need. And then I've taken up stuff like consumer behavior to understand what your clients want. That's a difference between an output and an outcome. So you can't just stick to an output. You need to make sure your output has an outcome. So it needs to lead somewhere. You need to add value. So if I think you do general management, you get a holistic perspective from everyone's angle. So you're better in a position to take up decisions in life. My interaction with Suvain started when Rocky Jagtiani sir was called to our college for giving us classes on market basket analysis using Python. So that is when I got exposed to this consultancy firm. And I think the way Rocky sir conducts his sessions are absolutely fantastic. Like it's so clear, so crisp, yet on the point. He just starts from his basic scratch. He makes sure everyone in the class is comfortable. He makes sure he sticks to the topic and takes in everyone's doubts as well. So his class were very fun. It was a combination of knowledge plus fun. So it's very rare that when people are taking up a course, at least in this stage, it's very hard to maintain the attention of a lot of people. But I think Rocky sir has mastered the art of making sure that people are paying attention to him, because he keeps on talking and no one loses the attention. So people are there, they're focused. So I think that's a very important quality, and I think Suvain definitely has a lot of talented people who have such qualities and can add values to people's lives. So they train people, they teach people a lot of stuff, which is current and it's used in the market. It's not stuff that you're just training for the sake of training it. It's something which is very relevant to the market. It's something very relevant to what the industry wants, and it's nothing forced. It's not like, okay, this is our restricted choices, please choose one. It's something which is developing, it's innovating every day, as per your, as a customer's need, as per the market requirements. So it's a perfect balance. So I think it's gonna definitely add a lot of value to a lot of people. We have opened a data analytics center, which is going to be working with certain consultants. It's called as Sector. So we're probably going to run a lot of programs side by side in collaboration and try to add value. I'd like to make a career in analytics. So analytics is again a very vast field, and I am predominantly looking into operational analytics or financial analytics. So that is where I would like to be interested to go into.
Okay, so I'm Nidhi and I'm from Bangalore. I have done my undergraduate in computer science engineering, post which I worked for Accenture for a year and a half. And then I took a break and I tried my hands at digital marketing an internship for like 3 months, and then I got into doing my MBA, and I'm in the second year of my MBA right now. Having done my graduation in a technical background, I thought if I had to switch into a management career path, I had to gain some amount of industry experience before I do that. So, and I also wanted to, give a chance to the background that I actually studied in terms of work. I didn't want to, come to a conclusion initially itself that this is something I don't want to do anymore and I want to switch. So I gave it some thought, and then I gave it a chance. So yeah, so that's when I had work experience of 1.5 years. I did learn a lot in terms of leadership because we were working on shift basis, and we had clients from all over the world. So I sort of developed this etiquette of speaking to clients from different parts of the world and representing our project and our company and how to go about it. And I was also the shift leader for whichever shift I was assigned to. That was a pretty big responsibility at that time, because you're the one who's supposed to assign work to everybody in your shift, make sure everything goes smoothly and everybody finishes their work. So that's when the leadership work started initially. Marketing was one thing that came to my mind because I had this little touch with marketing during our initial days in the office, during our induction basically, where we were basically asked to get our creative side out, and then there was a lot of fun that we had in terms of marketing our own company in the situations that were given. So I thought I might as well try my hands at it, and digital marketing was something that was in the boom at that time, and still is, and is definitely going to be a huge thing in the future. So I tried my hands at it for like 3 months, and I worked for a marketing and advertising agency where they had clients from different domains, like event planners and hospitals, schools and everything. So we had to run a lot of marketing campaigns for them. So I got to understand what kind of campaigns are required for different domain specific companies. So the ones who have event companies will not require the same campaigns as the ones who have hospitals. So I learned how to run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and how to make all these creatives online and things like that. So that kind of led me to choosing marketing as my major. It had a lot of statistics to deal with, and to back it up, we need maths, and maths is like my favorite subject, and it has always been throughout my school and college. So that is something that was of great interest to me, and that's when I started pursuing, analytics and trying to take interest in it. It also complemented my background in computer science, wherein I can apply the languages that I've learned earlier with the managerial perspectives that I've gained over the last 1 year. And make sense of the data that is available, and we all know that data is the future. So yeah, so I intend to go in the path of marketing and analytics. My friends and I who were interested in analytics started a data analytics learning center. It's called Sequitur, and we had Rocky sir from Suen Consultants teach us Python. We had a Python workshop, and he gave us a lot of industry insights and what is really needed at this point in time, and we had a lot of hands-on. So that's when we realized we should definitely get him over as our industry expert, maybe to help out with our committee, which focuses on any individual who wants to learn about data and analytics and make sense of all the data available. Nothing comes without hard work. As cliche as it sounds, it is definitely true. We cannot make miracles happen overnight, and if you have interest backed by talent and you put in enough efforts and have that commitment, and which eventually translates to hard work, I think that is what will take you reach a higher level. For me, what has worked all this while is if there is something that really interests you, it never feels like a burden. It always feels like, okay, I really want to give it my best. So that's what it has always been for me, that if I really like something, I always give it my 100%. So I try and identify things that I really like and take interest in it, and I also try and develop skills to support that interest and take it forward, and definitely give my 100% in whatever I do. So I recently heard about this initiative that Suen has taken to make people aware of the different career opportunities that are available, and if they want to switch their career paths, it's not that it's not a taboo anymore that, okay, you did engineering and you have to do engineering and you can't switch anywhere else. It's not that anymore, and I think Suen Consultants are making people aware and guiding them in the right direction, that this change can happen and it doesn't have to be scary. It just have to be good timing and your talent that matters. My personal experience with Suen Consultants happened when I took this Python workshop that our college organized in association with Suen Consultants, where Rocky sir taught us Python. And the best part is, it was not just theory and just syntax, learn Python syntax and leave it at it. He always made sure that we had an application based session. As soon as we learned some theory concepts, we had a data set available that would help us apply whatever we had learned. So even if I go back now, it's like it's not like I don't remember anything. I remember a lot of things because I applied them myself. And post all of those hands-on application, we had to do an internship, a week-long internship. So that's when I really found a lot of interest, because it was not that regular coding, it was just not doing anything. It was coding plus deriving managerial aspects out of it.